sticks.
And don't lose any more teeth, okay?
Yeah, really. Jeez.
I know.
You're looking like a monster right now.
No, I like the way it
Yeah,
looks.
that's cool. Hey folks, I'm Lee Scandinaro here with MeadvilleCalendar.com. I'm here with a pretty cool guy. This is Mike Keeley. Mike, do you want to tell us where we are and why we're standing here today?
We're at Greendale Cemetery in Meadville, the historic, beautiful cemetery that I think is a real community treasure, and I made a film about it, a documentary film, and we're going to be screening the film tomorrow night, Thursday, April 11th at 7 o'clock in the Gladys Mullenix Black Theater on the Allegheny campus in the Vukovich Center for Communication Arts.
That's awesome. So we'll take kind of a walk around. Maybe
Okay.
we'll hear a little bit more.
I mean, if you want, I can tell you what this is.
Oh, yeah,
'cause I
please
know
do.
now.
Yeah,
so
let's hear it.
this is a vault that they used to store the bodies in during the winter when the ground was too frozen to dig into. So the bodies would be stored in there all winter, and then Jim told me that there was a plant outside there that when it started to get the buds on it, they knew that the ground was thawed enough and they could take the bodies out and start burying
Oh
them.
my god.
So it's like and again, it's not refrigerated. So
it is like the purgatory, really.
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's what that was for.
That's
so,
pretty awesome.
and it's just a beautiful little building.
So was
too.
it the buds of the rhododendrons? Or
No, it was a different plant. So I don't think that plant's there anymore.
Yeah.
But
What do they use it for now? Like,
storage. I
Storage,
think like some documents and stuff are in there. that
Oh,
they have
cool.
and stuff.
Storage.
Yeah.
That's cool. What kind of drew you to this, to do a film about this place?
Just, I mean, I, you know, I knew it was here and I've been here before and I always thought it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to do films on local, local places, local people
Mm-hmm.
to kind of celebrate what they're doing. And Jim and Mary have kept this place going. They keep it beautiful. There's also the historical aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
So just looking around, every one of these tombstones has a story. Some are really, some are notable, some you don't know, but the more you learn about them, the more interesting it is. And also this is just a special place,
Yeah.
For people who have people here, but also for everyone, because it's also a park.
Yeah.
And so they want people to come hike and ride your bikes, and there's a ravine and a trail down to a waterfall.
And I know,
so it's
like,
just
when
beautiful.
we were doing the My Meadville storytelling, we would ask people their favorite spot, and
Yeah.
so many people said that ravine back there. And it really is a gorgeous spot.
And the cemetery. And so the first time I screened the film, part of it was for people to discover this place, which some people did through the film. There are people that came there because they are going to end up here, or they already have people here. And then there's some people that they just said, this is our place to get away.
Gotcha.
Even students come here to get away from campus. They'll take walks here and
Yeah.
hang out here. And so that's it. And so it was fun to sort of come during the different seasons. And like even there's a tree down here that was in the film. And
The
now
tree
it's
was
gone.
there.
Yeah, now it fell over, and
It's already
that's
gone.
one of the opening shots actually. And now
Oh, wow.
now it must have fallen over during the winter. So things always change here too. But
Uh-huh. Do you feel like, are there stories that you heard that didn't make it in the film but were...
Well, actually, the David Mead story didn't make it in the film because of time. David Mead is supposedly buried here, but it might not be him. He was originally buried in town, and then they passed the ordinance, and in 1850, I think it was 1852, you weren't allowed to have cemeteries within the town limits.
Oh.
And that's why everything moved up here. And so eventually his family wanted to move his body up here, and they brought a body up here, but then when they were bringing it up, they realized the nails in the coffin were too new for it to be possible that it would be David Mead. So then they went and they found another body that was tall, because he was tall, and they're like, this must be David Mead.
Based
So,
on the fact that
so
it's
it
tall.
could be, if you go up that way,
I think I've seen
You'll
a
see-
tombstone
yeah,
that
there's
says
two.
David Mead, or it says Mead, I think.
yeah. So he's there, and his family plot there.
Okay, cool.
A woman who was diagnosed, the first person diagnosed with multiple personality disorders, buried here.
Oh
That's
my
in the
gosh.
film.
Yeah.
There's I think it's down there. There's a Civil War veteran who won the Medal of Honor for his for his actions at the Battle of Gettysburg. He's
Yeah.
buried down there. There's another, I think it's up this way. It might be up that way. There's another soldier who's buried here who was one of Lincoln's bodyguards, and his duty was to play with Tad.
Uh-huh.
So that's in the film too. So
And it
there's all
really-
kinds of stories like that. Gideon Sunbeck, the engineer who invented
Yeah,
the
the
zipper, is
zipper.
buried up here. Walker Lewis, who's the business guy behind the zipper, is here.
Uh-huh.
That's in the film. But there's so many stories that aren't
Yeah.
in the film.
And
so-
like you said, it is just like a beautiful place. I mean, it's always felt to me like it is a park.
Yeah,
That's really
and that's it, and it was designated as a burial ground and a park, and they maintain that spirit of it. So
So-
it is relaxing and it is beautiful. So.
And just a reminder, so it's tomorrow, it's Thursday.
Tomorrow night, Thursday, April 11th at 7 o'clock in the Gladys Mullenix Black Theater, and it's free. So
It's on North, kind of right off of North Main
right up,
Street.
if you go up North Main and you pass the Tippy Center, and then I think it's John Street. I never remember
Yeah,
the
I
name of
think
the street.
East
You make a
John,
right,
yeah.
yeah. So.
And then there's parking lot right there.
Yeah, and like I said, we already had a screening downtown, and the turnout was amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that's just testimony to how important this place is to people here, you know. And that came through in the audience when I talked to them afterward and stuff. So, but it's really beautiful here. It's, you know, in the summer you have the rhododendron, and a lot of people know it because of the rhododendrons, but
Yeah.
it's much more than the rhododendrons. And in the film that we see we see fall, we see winter, we see, you know, we see what they do here, we see how hard. That's the thing that really comes through in the film to me, is how hard they work
Yeah.
to keep this place.
And it is a beautiful spot.
Yeah. And then, you know, part of what they do here is that people get buried here, and you'll see that in the film. And, so there's all kinds of threads, you know.
Yeah.
But I think underlying is how much they love it here. And then the other story is they raised their family in that house down there.
Yeah.
And that's part of the story, that their kids grew up in a cemetery, not near a cemetery, in a cemetery.
Mhm.
And so there's stories like that in the film too. So yeah,
thanks
it's
so
been
much
really
for-
fun to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
talking
Thanks for
to us
doing
today,
this. I
Kevin.
hope to see some people at the film tomorrow
Yeah.
night. So
Yeah, check it out. And certainly, if you need information or whatever, you can message Meadville Calendar. We'll help you find it, or you can call the Allegheny College. They'll help you out
Yeah,
too. So.
yeah.
Cool. We'll see you on the town, Meadville. Thanks a bunch.